It was supposed to be a drill. That's what they told us that morning. Just a routine lockdown practice at 2 p.m., said the principal over the crackling intercom, her voice falsely cheerful. We all rolled our eyes. Even the teachers didn't take it seriously anymore. Just lights off, doors locked, hide under your desk. Easy. But that day wasn't like the others. That day, I watched people disappear. I was in Mrs. Kelsey's biology class when it began. The siren that rang out wasn't our usual lockdown tone. It was long, warbling, sick, like a warning that something was dying. The lights flickered once overhead before shutting off completely. Mrs. Kelsey froze in place, eyes still on her phone. This wasn't scheduled, she murmured. We laughed. Someone made a fake gun sound with their mouth. Classic high school behavior. But the fear on her face silenced us. She locked the door. Then the power cut completely. No emergency lights. No buzz from the overhead projectors. Just the absolute dark. Phones lit up. Glowing rectangles casting eerie shadows across our stunned faces. Nobody spoke. Then, the footsteps. Click. Clack. Click. Clack. Slow. Wet. Hollow. Approaching the classroom. Mrs. Kelsey peeked through the door's glass pane. And then she whispered something that made my blood run cold. Mr. Harlan. The janitor. But Mr. Harlan died over a decade ago. Everyone in town knew the story. He died in a boiler explosion back in 2004. They say he ran back in to fix it and never made it out. So what the hell was she seeing? The footsteps stopped at our door. The knob jiggled. 3 short shakes. Then silence. Then the lock turned from the outside. We all froze. But the door didn't open. Just the sound of retreating steps. I turned to whisper to Emily, my lab partner. She was gone. I felt the floor where she'd been sitting. Still warm. Then I saw it, a wet footprint, leading toward the back cabinet. And drag marks. The storage closet was locked from the outside. That wasn't normal. Jake turned on his flashlight. He aimed it toward the gap under the cabinet door. Something moved inside. Not a hand. Not a person. Something dragging. Long wet. We ran. Mrs. Kelsey didn't follow. She just whispered over and over again. He's cleaning again. He's cleaning again. The hallway was worse than the room. Longer than it should have been. Silent. Still. It smelled like smoke and bleach. Click. Clack. Scrape. The footsteps were back. We turned. We saw him. Mr. Harlan. But burned. Charcoal skin. Navy uniform fused to his flesh. Dragging a mop that left black sludge on the tiles. Behind him? Emily. Her eyes were missing. Her jaw hung at a sick angle. She was following him. We fled down the stairs, past the second floor, to the basement. A faint red exit sign blinked at the end of a smoky corridor. But when we reached it, the hallway looped. Over and over again. Same walls. Same signs. We were trapped. Ashley, one of the other students, noticed something strange. A single locker was closed. Everything else was wide open. We approached it. Scratched into the door, M. Harlan. It clicked open. Inside, a silver, fluid mirror. Our reflections weren't normal. Ashley had no eyes. Jake's face was melted. And I was smiling. A stretched, burning grin. Just like him. Jake touched the surface. He screamed. His hand blistered instantly. Steam poured from the locker. And the keys began to jingle again. Tink. 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 We ran. We found a janitor's closet. Inside was an old map. It showed a part of the school we didn't know existed. A sub-basement B. Below the boiler room. Scratched in the corner of the map. Don't forget him, or he'll make you part of the floor. The map crumbled to ash in my hands. The light blew out. The door slammed shut. In the dark, we heard breathing. Then, a voice. I remember you now. The floor turned soft. Voice. I remember you now. The floor turned soft. Ashley began to sink. First her shoes. Then her knees. Then her waist. I grabbed her arms. Tried to pull. But something was pulling back. Her eyes widened. She looked up and whispered, "Behind you." I turned. And he was there. Mr. Harlan. Standing in the dark. Face melted. Teeth cracked. Grinning. He raised the mop. And the world snapped. I was back in the hallway. Hall C. Sunlight pouring through the windows. Morning announcements playing softly over the intercom. The school was normal. I stumbled into the office. I tried to explain. They looked at me like I was insane. Ashley? No one remembered her. Jake? His desk sat empty. People said he moved away. But I remember. I see the janitor's cart in my dreams. I hear the keys. And last week, inside my locker, someone scratched a message. You forgot me once. You won't forget again. If this story sent chills down your spine, hit that subscribe button. I've got more true style horror tales you won't forget. And hey, don't forget to leave a comment below. What would you have done during that lockdown? Until next time, keep your doors locked and your lights on.